What's up, guys? Y'all ready to do a podcast?
Yeah, I figure so.
Why not?
Anybody got any good topics for today and stuff?
You seen any movies recently?
Oh, I have one movie that I'm going to go see.
What movie is it that you're going to go see?
Indianapolis Jones.
You mean?
No. I'm in Indianapolis Jones.
Okay.
Oh, on a scale from 1 or 10, how likely are you guys to go see it?
I don't know. Probably like a 5 for me.
I guess if I was, I've been so disappointed in the past Indiana Jones movie that I'm going to give it a 3.
Don't buttercoat it, Barrett.
Guy.
Doesn't like good movies.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he come to terms with it.
So what?
What kind of turns?
Hopefully he comes to terms with it, like he gets around it.
Oh.
You guys.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Making me,
what
okay,
you did there.
Heisenstein. Like, you're the genius.
I didn't know if you were spelling comes to terms C-U-M or C-O-M-E. Wasn't sure
Okay.
where you was going with that.
Okay. Trey, I need you to know you need to do unto others as you do unto you. Right?
I hear
Get
that
it?
in church.
Because honesty is just a test policy.
The rest of us are.
In a way.
Barrett, let guy bonds be guy bonds. We don't have to go any further. Trey wants to be that way. He can be that way.
Like Guy Ritchie?
Make my words. It's going to come back around to you.
Is anybody else?
But I don't blame you, because beauty is in the eye when you hold her.
Zach.
And you could also bring her breakfast at bed if you want to.
Are you hearing the words that are coming out of your
I
mouth?
don't think he is.
What are you talking about?
I think he's had a stroke.
No.
He's talking like Yoda.
I did feel kind of like I woke up on the left side of the bed today.
Left, wrong. I see what you did there.
What?
Does he see what he did there?
Listen. You guys, I'm going to leave it with this. It's better to have one bird in your hand than 2 up your bush.
That's fair. And those are words to live by.
What happened to the Stones?
You mean 2 stones bird at once? Or 2 birds stoned at once? It's one of those. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. You guys act like you never heard any of these old sayings.
I don't know about you, Barry, but I think I'm ready to go.
You're still going to see Indianapolis Jones? At least give it a try?
I said a 5.
Okay.
That's a strong maybe.
The All About Nothing podcast may have content and language that is inappropriate for some. Listener discretion is advised. I'm James Will Jones, and this is the All About Nothing podcast. Recorded from the GOT Sound Studio in Lexington. With Barrett Cooper, Zach King, and Trenton Clark.
All right, welcome Nothingers to the All About Nothing podcast. This is episode number 158. I'm Barrett Gruber, joined by Zach King, Trent Clark. Welcome, fellas.
Wow, this is the first time you said our names and we were like in order of saying the name.
It's hard to do that. Hey, let's give a warm welcome to Sheanah, Reiki master, massage therapist, and hostess of the podcast. Who you calling holistic?
Hi.
I don't know if I did the expression.
No, you got to say it, put a little more neck into it.
Put your neck in.
Who you calling holistic?
There you
Who
go.
you calling
That felt
holistic?
better.
There you go.
Everybody, please subscribe to the show. That's how we get new listeners. Please also consider supporting us financially by visiting theallaboutnothing.com and becoming an official member and proudly call yourself a true nothinger. We do have a bunch of membership tiers available, so you can get early access and exclusive content is available also if you join up and pay us some of that hard-earned money you all make.
Correct.
Also, if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, you think we're worthy, give us a review and hit 5 stars. And if you're not on Apple Podcasts, give us a review there if you can. Share the episode with your family and friends, and follow us on Twitter at AAN_pod and Facebook at All About Nothing US and interact. Just search for the All About Nothing podcast and visit our website for links and details, theallaboutnothing.com. And with that out of the way, welcome.
And I will say this too. If you are a patron or you go to our website and, give us money, become a member, do get in contact with us, because I'm going to assume that you can get in contact with us, and we will do things like if you want a special recording or a shout out or anything like that. We can do that. Absolutely.
Actually, if when you sign up, I will send you an email to ask for your birthday because we'll ask you. We'll add you to our birthday list and whatnot. So.
Month of Trent's OnlyFans.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I'll send you Trent's OnlyFans. I'll send you his password too.
I just got one question for you, Barrett. Now,
Yeah.
for the politician friends that we have of the pod, if they donate to us via their politician funds, will they be in trouble?
There would have to be a form filled out that indicates that it was they're paying us.
Yeah.
Oh no, they can pay us all.
Oh, okay. With the funds from that.
You hear that, Bill?
Yeah, sure.
See, Stormy Daniels could have got away. Could have got away, Trump. I knew it.
I did. So
Gotta find a loophole, man.
Zach and I recorded Saturday, and we put that show out on Sunday while you were working at the venue.
Correct. Y'all could have FaceTime me. It's cool.
Could have. We
Dude,
didn't.
it would have been the loudest face.
It would have been. It would have been awful. Like you thought the sound.
We were there. Yeah.
I definitely would have put Maurice on camera.
So last week, of course, we went to the Coheed and Cambria show, and you got to hear me and Zach talk about it. But Trent is here, and I would really like for Trent to give his reaction to the actual show.
Light show was one of the best I've seen as far as like
Coheed.
Yeah, for Coheed, they definitely had an amazing light show. I feel like they took a lot of time with their light show because Incubus light show wasn't as it was kind of like, okay, you're just using the house lights kind of.
Gotcha.
They kind of like bought their own. They had like posters in the background, so it was very cool. I'm also under assumption that I know why Zach loves Coheed so much because they are devil worshippers, and and that's just how I'm gonna end it. Like I feel like I've seen the devil like 3 times during their set, and they only did like 6 songs.
Trent saw a demon bicycle and was like, "Satan, I'm out."
I mean, I seen a demon in front of a little girl, and I'm like, what is this? I'm like, what is this? What's going on?
You did not.
Yes, I know what I seen. It was a little girl, and then there was a demon behind her with his mouth wide open.
I gotta find that picture because I have no idea.
I don't.
Yeah.
I
you
don't
weren't paying
remember
attention because
Did you blink at just the right time?
Zach,
No,
you
I
may
knew
have
exactly what
You
was
may have
going
been
on.
fist pumping too hard.
Yeah, you had your eyes closed the whole time crying because you couldn't believe they were on stage. You're like, I'm seeing them for the 8th time
With
again.
my praise hands up, just worshiping.
Like, yeah.
I did do my dragonfly, and
You did.
You were like, "What was that?"
He throwing up gang signs at a
Dragonfly.
at an all white show. He throwing up gang signs.
Telling you,
Dang.
well, I'm safe.
But you had a good time.
Oh yeah, I told everybody that I'm a big Incubus fan, and I've been a big Incubus fan my whole life, and
Trent lied to a lot of people.
I've been waiting my whole life to see the show. You know what I'm saying?
Like,
So
I think you got the gist of a song.
yes,
You're like, whatever somebody brings.
Well, I think one of the cool things about what we did last week was this was like our second outing.
Yeah, we don't
This
bond
is
a
our
lot.
Third outing.
we should be
together.
going to a lot more
Those
Firefly
are
games
fun, dude.
with all of us being
June
so
10th,
close to
June
the.
10th, you guys gonna come? June
I
10th?
am actually going June
I don't
10th.
know about
Alright.
June 10th. I don't know.
June 10th is a Saturday.
That's a
Fireworks,
Saturday.
Fireworks game.
Okay, we'll
So,
see if we can schedule it in.
We
Also-
see all about nothing crew there.
Also, shout out to John Kosas Jr. for our Fireflies update. We appreciate that.
Thank you,
every
John.
week.
We want them box tickets soon, sir.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have to pay for those.
Oh, come on, John. Make something shake.
Thank you.
So Sheanah's here with us, and of course, like I said, she hosts the
Say it right.
podcast. Yeah.
Who you calling holistic?
Yeah.
I'll just take it over for that.
No, I appreciate that. I feel like I'm leaning over a
Put-
lot.
no, look,
like
put-
I keep.
that little back thing right there. Flip, yeah. There you go.
There we
Boom.
go. I gave it one more turn.
All right, now
There we go.
But never mind.
It's me.
For everybody that's out there watching on YouTube, this is the first time Barrett has actually shown his legs on camera, so he's a little perturbed right now about what's got going on.
But
Well, it's either that or I'm manspreading.
Well, like
I'm
me.
manspreading across.
Just gotta let it breathe,
Well,
man.
there was that time that y'all did the OnlyFans chocolate and peanut butter.
Oh yeah, that's right. The R. Kelly edition.
oh,
God,
oh
don't
no.
go
Correct.
somewhere
All
else.
right.
Yeah, I
no.
can honestly
You know,
say
you
I
need-
did
Taking my
not
own home
participate
back.
in that.
You know how he did it on Dave Chappelle, the poop on you thing?
Yeah.
They had to take it there.
So moving on. So before the show, Sheanah brought in some
Weed.
weed, yeah, but also some shrooms. And so through the course of this, I'm not going to tell you who did them, but just enjoy the podcast because there's a potential that you may see some transitions as we go. Again, this wasn't. You're gonna have to figure out who it was that did them.
Well, Sheanah, explain about the process and what people get away from it.
Okay, so I also want to throw out there that like I encourage people to set an intention when they do these things because it is a medicine. It's plant medicine, and a lot of people have experienced less anxiety. They feel just more themselves. They feel like they can think better. And I know for me, what it does is I have ADHD, so I don't take Adderall. But when it's untreated, it is noticeable.
I was gonna say I have Discovery Plus.
Yeah. And it has like this way of organizing the chaos so that it's more concentrated on what you need to focus on and deliver it in that way too.
Yeah.
Because usually it's like a clusterfuck up there.
Yeah.
But then it's like, oh, okay, I know how to sort through this.
Nice.
So that can help sort through the grief. It can help sort through anger. It can help sort through just the chaos that is human.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that I discussed with Zach on the last episode, and Trent knows from me well enough that I have, over the course of the last couple of years, found that I am suffering from social anxiety to the point where I don't want to go on, like, I don't want to go places. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to be around a bunch of people. And I have been told that with some of my friends that are military that they have started doing Delta 9
Yeah.
but because they can't get anything legal and have
right.
it show up
Right.
because
Right.
that'll mess up your Veterans Affairs.
Shrooms don't show up.
Yeah.
Shrooms don't show up.
So that was going to be my question. Is
Fun
that
fact.
something that could potentially?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And more and more information is coming out now. And I encourage people to watch shows like How to Change Your Mind and Fantastic Fungi to understand why the limits are on these therapies and what the potential is out there for these therapies to exist for like PTSD even.
Yeah.
And OCD, like the list goes on. And I will say, because I didn't want to interrupt you, but whenever you said suffering from, I encourage, because I coach people with mindfulness things, instead of saying suffering from, say experiencing.
Okay.
Because doesn't it feel lighter?
Yeah.
That does feel lighter. I also recognize that my suffering then falls on others. Is, because you guys didn't.
Because his
even at
name
the
is
concert-
Bear Rit.
Yep.
We found that out last time,
We had
remember?
that combo before.
But at the concert, I encouraged them to the three of you to go off, go everywhere you wanted.
He treated us like we were his kids. He was like, "Y'all just go off, and I'll be back here. Fine. Go to the water park."
of the two of you, you're the only one that could potentially be my kid.
You're right.
Just,
You just got a point. I mean,
Genetics are tricky.
well,
unless
experience.
a young kid.
Barrett was out doing shit early.
Look,
It's been cases.
There's been cases, yeah.
I guess Trent has never if Trent's the one. Trent,
You're really bad at this. I'm gonna just let you know. You're really bad at this.
Look, allegedly.
Everybody out there in TV land, do not get pulled over with Barrett because he's gonna be like, "I don't have the weed, but maybe Trent does."
Maybe it's in the car. It might be in the car,
Maybe.
but it's not mine.
Like, what the fuck?
'Cause Zach's also in the car.
But I know it wasn't me, so
I think one time.
band camp.
But Trent, have you ever done shrooms before?
Never. Jared, shout out to CBD station, has always
That's $15.
has always tried to get me to do a podcast and come on with you guys and do it. And I'm like, I think it'd be interesting, but I'm not sure if they'd be down with it. And who knows?
So,
I guess you just have to ask the right person to just come in here and
change your mind.
Change people's minds.
Jared has tried to send me enough text messages to convince me to either have him come on the show or whatever. And scheduling just doesn't work out. But
We got to get him.
We got to get them right.
Jared needs to be more pushy, is what
I really thought you were about to be like, Jarrett has tried to blackmail me with nudes.
No, it just boils down to this. If you want to sell something, get a woman to do it.
But
You know what I'm saying?
Jared's doing it backwards. He keeps sending me nudes. So, like that's not blackmail. That's
Why is
This
your
is
dick on my phone?
that's terrorism, is what that is.
Is he a black male?
No, this is a white
okay.
man, and
All
his
right.
last
'Cause
name is
black male
actually
could have had the double entendre.
his
there.
last
That
name is
would've been
White.
enjoyable.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah, this is a real white person right there, Jared
right.
White.
I
Or
have,
Smith.
Said Trent Clark.
Yes,
I have
my
done-
mom was smart. She wanted
I've
me to get
done-
hired.
I've done mushrooms before, and I will say this: they do, like, not when you full on do them, because then you can go way too
A macro
far.
dose.
Yeah, when you microdose them, it does center you, it does clear your head up, and it lowers anxiety, things like that. Where people who are able to cope with what's affecting them with marijuana, more power to them. I am not one person who can do that. It does not work. And then the other turn is you could do more harmful things like alcohol, which will subdue any anxieties, but the ramp up from that is just catastrophic.
It really is.
I do think it's a positive, and I think it's one of those things that, like, weed has to lead the way for it right now because that's at the front, but it should be right there behind it.
And I feel like it's up there with weed already.
A state
Like,
just legalized California. All psychedelic drugs are legal.
Colorado too.
Colorado just,
too,
yeah,
So shrooms are not legal in South Carolina.
at all.
Technically, no.
You're gonna get
But they grow in our front
Yeah,
yards.
yeah.
They grow in our front
come
yards
bust me.
after it rains or after
So-
a dog poops.
But that's my so that raises a question
There's-
for me, is that
Yeah, welcome to South Carolina. Cows, bovines, it's
So-
everywhere.
shrooms, the type that are going to give you some sort of an effect, not just like your regular grocery, produce department shrooms.
Right.
Shiitakes.
What are the shrooms that are used for Mike, you said macrodosing.
There's macrodosing and microdosing.
Okay, I tell you what. First, explain the difference between macrodosing
Macro
and
is
micro.
big, micro is small. So a macrodose would be like 4.5 grams. That's what I think people, when they imagine people doing shrooms, that is what their go-to is in their image. They think that the walls are going to be melting. They think that, things are not appearing as they seem.
Correct.
That's their go-to in their head, especially because of what has
Movies
been
and
pushed.
stuff,
Yep.
yeah.
Gotcha.
And I'm
You
seeing
know.
a cow right now. I don't know if y'all know this. This is a real cow in front of us. And the micro is
A
smaller,
micro is
right?
like a tenth of that. So a microdose can be even 1.75 to 0.5. 0.5 is more of a, I know Paul Stamets, he's one of the, what's the word I'm looking for? Pioneers in the mushroom industry. And he was doing a speech and talking about shrooms, and he mentioned how a microdose doesn't make you feel inebriated.
Okay.
So a microdose is just going to give you more of a clear head. It's going to give you more, it's a subtle mood enhancer is what I call it. And I think psilocybin is more effective than antidepressants.
Okay. How are macrodose or microdose? How are shrooms manufactured? Because what I saw was a pill with powder in it.
Yeah.
So
So it comes out as a mushroom, as you would see in the grocery store. They're dried, and you can put them in tea. I've had them in tea. I've had them in smoothies. I've had them in chocolate.
Yeah.
And you can do whatever you would with other mushrooms. You can just eat them raw. Some people just prefer them that way. I've had it with peanut butter. Like,
I was about to say, the first time I seen it was a peanut butter sandwich from Nick Spivey.
yep.
So, like, when you eat them by themselves, that is a journey. That's nasty.
Yeah, they don't taste great, but it is medicine, so you can consider
Yeah,
that
medicine
too.
doesn't taste great.
You need that spoonful of sugar.
Unless it's Robitussin.
I still have like PTSD with that taste.
Yeah.
Facts.
Like grape.
Yeah, it fucks me up. You're like, I like it, but I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
I can honestly say I can imagine that taste in my mouth. Right
Robitussin
now.
as soon as I
Like,
say it. Yeah.
Makes like your back of your tongue go a little funny.
Yeah.
I don't need that.
like licorice. Do you like?
I hate licorice. No.
Black licorice?
Disgusting.
Yeah.
I get regular
Trash.
licorice.
I don't understand why that's a flavor.
I don't.
I will
Even,
never go choose it. It's like somebody has it. I'm like, what's it like? Yeah, not great. It's still not great.
So like if you're downtown at the General Mass store and they have the whole licorice aisle or whatever, you walk over there, like you see the black one, you're like, no.
Ew.
racist. That's racist.
Yeah.
It's like cheer wine or something. I don't know.
Oh, that's funny.
That's not a Pepsi Cola machine. That's an RC Cola machine.
RC colas up north. They got the CNCs. They don't even have RCs. It's CNC still.
RC Cola, Cheerwine. I think they all come from the same
Cousins.
place.
So as far as experiences on shrooms, what would you say it was your lowest shroom experience? Like the shroom experience that made you.
I can share. That made
Do we
me
want to
question
share
if I
this?
wanted
Because
to.
now I'm gonna probably visualize it and be like, "It's happening to me."
Troy's like, I'm living the Evil Dead book. I'm gone.
This is it. I'm feeling it.
No. I accidentally tripped.
You accidentally tripped like over something? That's not what you mean.
Nope. On psilocybin. I was trying to eyeball the dosage, and don't ever eyeball the dosage. Always use a scale. Yeah. Don't ever eyeball the dosage. Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is fine. And there's different strains, just like there's different strains of weed. And this particular one was penis envy, which is a little more potent than the other ones. And I was like, oh, that's fine.
Penis envy will.
Did we have some penis today?
Wow.
Just need to know.
Just
need to know what happened today.
No.
Okay, cool.
That's why I was the last to walk in the building.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Last I checked,
let you guys do whatever it is you do, and then
somebody was envious.
And I called my friend who happens to live down the street. Thank God. And I was like, "Hi, I thought I microdosed and I didn't." I was like pacing in my living room. I was like, let me play some like chakra healing music to ground me. I was playing the music, but I couldn't stay still. So I was like standing up and pacing and then laying back down. And I was like, I just need to stay still and listen to this. And it was a vicious cycle. So I called her and I was like, please pick me up.
Oh my God.
Weed gives me that effect sometimes.
So I will say shrooms, like when people say, oh, I don't fuck with weed because of that, people fuck with shrooms. They're like, no, this is different.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's different.
Good.
I had a bad experience on shrooms when I was much, much younger. And
So if you allegedly did them today, then this would be the first time that you've done them.
Yes.
Allegedly. Ever in life.
Yeah.
And
since he was delivering pizzas.
Since you were delivering pizzas?
I was managing a pizza store.
He was the manager. That's how old he was, guys.
So
we just delivered a pizza.
have I told this story on the air before?
It's been forever though.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter.
When you was at Pizza Planet?
People have forgotten.
I remember.
Pizza Planet.
You saw these two
Pizza
toys
Planet a
playing in
place?
the bed of his truck.
It is a Pixar. They use it all the time.
So I worked at a place called Athens Pizza Express on Claremont Road in Decatur, just outside Atlanta. And
it had to be dangerous delivering pizzas in Atlanta, right?
In Decatur?
No, well, Decatur. I didn't mind delivering pizzas in Decatur.
You never got robbed as a pizza person? I feel like every pizza person has always been robbed.
No, I can honestly say I've never. The years that I delivered pizza, I never got robbed. Nobody ever. I was always a bigger guy.
Let him continue the story.
Oh yeah.
So I had a car accident a while before and did not have a vehicle that made much money because of the cost of gas delivering pizzas. So, and the guy that owned it, the store, felt like it was I was a good fit for management. So he had me as the night closer at the store.
Because you looked older.
I may have aged. I may have looked.
You've always had that beard, right?
No, I didn't start growing a beard till after my first divorce. I don't think.
Oh, okay, stress
or whatever
helps.
So one night after my last driver came back from delivering the deposit to the bank. He came back in. We finished cleaning up the store, and he asked me if I had ever tried shrooms, and I was like, no, I never tried it. So, and it was literally like the stem of the mushroom, and so he ate his piece, and I ate mine, and about 45 minutes, we were still cleaning and whatnot. 45 minutes, I don't remember anything that happened after that point until. The next morning, where somebody was banging on the door of the guy and I. We found ourselves, or we woke up.
Hold on now.
Tied up.
I'm about to say this story is taking a turn.
Was penis envy involved in this?
Facts. I'm thinking it.
He was a little
thinking
guy.
it. So he could take it. Is what you're saying?
Right. How do you know?
So
I'll pop your dough.
Oh, he was stature.
They woke up.
He was very-
Y'all woke up with no shirt on, right? Had to.
So we were
Some white boy stuff.
So we woke up to banging of somebody trying to get back into the office, or trying to get into the office, and we were both tied into chairs. So apparently we did the shrooms, and then either we let somebody into the building, or somebody was able to gain their way into the building, or load it and lock the door.
I can definitely see this playing out. He looks
Yeah.
like a cool guy. Let him in.
Yeah,
But I don't think like how did
He's got a
shrooms
gun.
black you out is what
I don't
it's
know.
confusing to me.
I don't know. I truly don't know. I was
Definitely had to be some penis envy.
He said that's the story I've heard you tell at least
Yeah.
like 3 times. Like
I don't remember what happened. I know that they
wild.
didn't steal anything because the night deposit had already been taken to the bank, and but that was my one and only experience. And I don't know that I blacked out. I just know that I don't remember.
Going home.
Well, I don't remember.
didn't go home.
I didn't go home.
Exactly. He doesn't remember that.
He doesn't remember getting tied up.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember anybody
wild.
coming to the store. I don't remember. Did you say
going
that's?
to home.
Did you say that's hot?
I said that's wild.
You're like, that's hot.
Bear's like, was it hot?
I like bondage robberies.
Pulling from Paris.
I'll try it again later.
But I've done what's the
Salvia.
Salvia, yeah. So I've done salvia before, and what some people describe as their experience on shrooms, that was my experience on salvia.
When Joe Rogan says that salvia is the most intense like hallucination he's ever had, you're like, well, fuck, like
I don't want that. I don't want it.
It was never.
I don't want that.
But it was for me. It was never a bad experience, and I don't know if that's just because
you're in another place.
my mentality. Yeah, like I've told the story of what happened with me on salvia one time. Was like I went into this trance and I was in a jungle, and literally like me and 15 other people are tramping through the jungle. I've got a machete and I'm cutting down limbs and whatnot. We open it up and we come out into this like
So they
like a
had you in the
river.
front of the line.
Yeah. But like so, and we open up into this really pretty river, and then I come out of it.
Oh man.
And I felt like I was gone. I felt like my trip lasted days.
right. It was like 3 minutes.
It was like 2 or 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And when we came out, I was apologizing to everybody. I was like, I am so sorry that took so long, because we were going to go one by
I've been
one.
gone for ages.
We were going to go one by
about 10
one
minutes.
so that everybody would feel safe and whatever. And then my buddy Ben had a trip on it, and he comes out of it and he's like, I thought that I was a sunflower in a pot on a shelf, and there was a kid coming down the line knocking all of the potted plants off of the shelf, and then
trauma.
yeah, and like when he woke up, he was, we watched him, but he woke up and he was like, I thought I was gonna die. Like I thought if the kid knocked my pot over, I was gonna die. It was
It's salvia, completely legal. Like,
yeah.
And the weirdest part is, like, when I did mine, I was on a school bus. I was flying through the air. Bluest skies you ever seen.
I thought you was actually on a school bus.
Yeah, same.
Well,
I was
and
about
like
to
you
say,
took the
God
drug on
damn.
the school bus. I was
in
like,
my
what kind of life
apartment.
were you
I was in
living?
my apartment at the
Shaping.
time.
Made
No,
sense.
but then Gumby was riding on my shoulders, and I'm like,
Damn.
gotta get onto the bus. Like,
Well, that's a good question. Oh yeah, keep going.
Ari
Keep saying what you're
Shafir, the stand-up comedian, he did it in for 10 minutes. For everybody else, he thought he had a whole family and shit for 30 years.
wow.
Now,
Yeah, like
That's why you don't
time
trust
is-
strangers, man. They're like, this is like it's legal. You're like, all right, like
Well, that's a lot of drugs are legal that are terrible for you.
Yeah.
And
Correct.
that's like that's what's the mind fuck is. Like
Yeah.
how is this legal? Side effects may include
alcohol
nausea,
for
vomiting,
one.
diarrhea, screaming, scromming.
But that's a good
Stroke?
good question. What how do you say it? Who just
Holistic.
yeah, what
what are words right now?
what are words?
People.
What are
People.
the type of drugs that people shouldn't take if they're in a bad state of mind, should I say?
Alcohol.
Yeah, alcohol is terrible.
I mean, other than alcohol,
Yeah,
like
that's all
hallucinants. That's what I was trying to say. What
I mean,
other hallucinants?
I know some people say that you shouldn't take shrooms when you're in a bad state, but also, like, I could counter that because perhaps, like, why are you in that state? Like, what do you need to face that you're
Maury
putting
said
off?
that's a lie. So that's just a lie.
Has anybody done acid?
No, that's not on my to-do list.
Me
though.
neither.
No, I had it. In my,
That's not on my
I
to-do
was
list.
given it one time, and I was like,
I've seen it at thousands
I'm
of
just gonna throw
parties,
this
and it's like
away.
little pieces of paper like cut up, and I'm like, y'all really putting that
They're
on your
tiny
tongue?
little tabs or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
That's dangerous.
Is
man.
so just because I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, so when you say like a tiny piece of paper, it's
like cut up.
acid like a little. Do they drop something on the paper?
on the paper. It's like a whole paper.
And it'll have like a picture on it of something.
Yeah, like maybe a
little
smiley face.
Yep, or a little skull.
Because I saw Bad Boys 3.
Yeah.
And
well, that was
no, Bad
actually
Boys 2.
Ecstasy.
Ecstasy.
That was
That's
Ecstasy.
what it was.
Bad Boys
So,
2.
Ecstasy is one that I also have not done. Anybody
Ecstasy?
else?
But,
I've done Molly, so I
yeah.
guess that's
no.
Ecstasy.
I've done Molly.
I've done it
It's
once.
the like purer version of it.
Okay.
But they've
That's
been doing.
something else too. Like
What, Molly?
But they've
Well,
been
Molly's
doing
got everything
MDMA
in it.
therapy lately. That's a thing.
Tell me what MDMA therapy is.
plants have MDMA in it and stuff.
Yeah, I mean it's like legalized Molly to take for therapy because if you think about it, you know, even if you've not done Molly, when you see it in movies, everybody's touching each other and more touchy-feely, right? So imagine like you've experienced lots of trauma and you don't want people touching you, and then you're doing MDMA therapy to allow touch.
Someone to touch you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes fucking sense too.
Because a buddy of mine would talk about doing ecstasy and then just like sitting on the beach at night and let the water like roll over his toes, and that's
That still seems dangerous.
Why?
Yeah, because the water's gonna come up.
Oh, you're,
So
and you're gonna
that's
fuck
another reason why it's dangerous.
around. Yeah,
Like,
then you'll fuck
eventually at
around and
night.
like be like, I did not mean to swim to
Yeah, you're in the middle of the fucking ocean.
The
It
waves feel
just
so
felt
good
so
against
good.
my
Yes.
skin.
Yep. Yep.
These waves are hitting my toes a little
And
different.
you're just
tonight.
out there in the middle of nowhere. You're just like,
But I think
looking like the Little Mermaid.
yeah,
shrooms on the ocean would be similar, though, I would think. And I remember somebody saying, like, going swimming felt like being back in the womb. And I was like, that makes sense.
You could, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, it's water in there, right? In the womb, right?
There's lots of liquid.
Well, they
Yeah,
call it
some
amniotic
liquid.
fluid, but yes,
Okay.
it's there.
Give me a little H2O in there.
I mean, dude, like we're made up of what 90% water.
Yeah,
or
that's what
whatever.
I'm saying.
80.
It's got to be
80,
some.
yeah.
It's got to be some H2O.
It's for sure in there. It's for sure in there. But like, it's a state of mind. In most stories, it's people who go like, what is your worst story? A lot of people don't have them. Like 99% of the time, it's like, what's the like, dude, you're just having a good time.
Correct.
Or they're like, I had this trip, but like, would you do it again? They're like, yeah. But like, how many times do people black out drinking?
Correct.
And then they're like, oh, yeah,
I'll do it again.
And
Or
you'll
throw-
The
Growing up.
next day.
Yeah. Like,
no one on shrooms is going out to hurt anybody.
at all.
Drunk people call you trying to hurt your
That's
feelings.
like people that
Yeah.
smoke weed.
Yeah.
Like all these active shooters, they've never smoked weed. There's no way.
Well, some of
'Cause
them
you
might
be like,
smoke
man,
weed, but they're
I
not
don't-
shrooming.
I don't know. They're like, ain't nothing
You don't
worse.
hear that shit, and be like,
Hold on.
man,
You
that's too much money for bullets, man.
you don't think Kyle? You don't think before the shooting in Missouri,
Kyle Rittenhouse?
Kyle Rittenhouse would.
Oh
sit
no,
in his-
Kyle, because I can see in Kyle's eyes, he's got one of those people's.
When he was
he's got
crying?
those. No, not even that. He has the eyes that are super wide, so you know if he's on something. He's
got-
like,
But
he's
that's
got
what I'm
that
saying.
bitch.
like
face.
it's
You don't-
like you couldn't hide anything with
You don't think
Kyle.
there's any scenario where he was the lonely kid that would just sit.
No,
in
he
his bedroom?
just seemed like the kid that always wanted to be the hero, and that's what he wanted to go
It's
do.
all a part of the liberal agenda. I'm not smoking weed.
But we can't talk shit about Kyle because he won his case, so I guess we don't want to get sued.
He didn't win
Right?
his case. He was just not found guilty.
That's
not-
winning the case.
not
That's
the
how
same.
R. Kelly got off.
That is-
I mean,
R. Kelly's doing prison time, right?
at first, he got off at first, and then came back
Look,
with different women. I don't know. if
Just-
he get off one time. I would
just
keep
be-
going back.
look. Just because you're found innocent doesn't mean you didn't do it.
OJ. I mean, OJ. Come on now.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a list.
yeah. I was gonna say Bill Cosby.
I mean, I can.
He got off for it. He was found guilty, but he got off for it because time constraints.
Because nobody told him to eat the pudding, right?
I'm so goddamn old. You can't keep me in this.
He was
prison.
lacing the pudding. What do you?
Well, they're gonna turn me into a push pop. It's not gonna be good. Gaw.
So since we asked all these other questions, like anybody did crack? No crack.
No.
Oh my
Please,
god.
just had to throw it out there. Just had to make sure. Just had to throw it out
You
there.
guys like meth?
Just had to make, see how to see.
Heroin?
Had to see where our audience is. You know what I
Heroin?
mean?
Anyone? Heroin? No. Okay. No judging here. Just wondering.
I mean,
Wrong
hey,
audience.
crack doesn't really have like a.
Any of y'all got some
like a
cocaine?
difference, you know what I mean?
Cocaine?
I've never done
Cocaine.
cocaine though. No,
No.
Nope, never done cocaine.
been around it a lot.
Sheanah's like, huh?
Sheanah didn't say anything about the coke, you know.
I did a bump on my 25th birthday.
Okay.
That was it. It was like on the to-do list. Like, this is on the to-do list. And
That was
I
like a week ago, wasn't it?
I see what you did there,
Thank
Bear.
you.
You trying to throw that shot?
Thank you. Not quite. But then my alcohol tolerance was through the roof. And I was like, oh, I see why people do this.
Correct. You can drink all night.
But
again, someone who does cocaine, unless they're breaking into cars to get more of it, they're like, great time.
yeah, but also like that's not going to show
But
up on the
nobody's
drug
breaking into
test
cars to
either.
get cocaine, though.
Within a certain amount of
It's like
hours.
3 days. It's like 3 days.
Like
You're good.
But
With cocaine.
THC is what, 2 weeks or whatever?
No.
And-
Like a month.
Cocaine.
Or a month? Yeah.
If they take a hair sample,
Cocaine
it's
is
like
just a
6
few
months.
days.
Cocaine's out of your system in a couple days.
Yeah,
Yeah,
3
a few
days.
days. Like
Wow.
Why you think so many,
the big money people,
Yeah,
like the
that's what they
higher in
hit.
the office, they're all.
like, oh, we got drug
they're
tests
not all
coming?
doing coke, but a lot of them are.
It's not my.
You guys been
I
on
don't.
Jesus before?
That seems to last
Fucks
for.
you up. For years. For years.
You ever been to that Baptist church?
They dunk you in that water. What?
He holds you. He told you under until the bubble stopped.
Fact. That's so funny because my girl just asked that question to my mom because she was thinking about getting Rio baptized, and she knows Rio
Real
can't.
baptized?
Well, Rio, my son Rio.
I thought you said real.
Oh no. But
The
my
Catholic baptism, not the
But
baptism.
we were thinking about getting my son baptized, and she just wanted to know because Rio can't swim. So she was like, "Is it going to be like submerged?" And my mom was like, "No, he was just drilled over the head." She's like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Dude, not where I went. They were like,
Oh yeah, they definitely put you under the water in some churches. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's probably trauma in itself.
Yeah, they like stay here for a little bit, 10 seconds. Okay,
I've
good.
been baptized twice.
Okay, I've got a great idea for YouTube channel.
To get baptized.
Failed baptisms. Where like
Well, we can have. That's everybody we interviewed.
the pastor's holding.
Anybody we've interviewed is a failed baptism.
You see the kids are trying to pull themselves up.
Grabbing the damn.
It's like, and the pastor
Father's
just
like,
keeps
don't
going,
let the Holy
"Stay
Spirit
down."
in.
That's traumatizing. Why would you want to bring that back up?
I saw
We
a
just
Russian,
lost all the evangelicals.
Yeah.
There is a like a Russian.
They'll be back.
There's like the
Next
Russian
week.
Orthodox church over there. I can't remember the name of their church they have. It's Catholic essentially. But there's this. I think you've seen the video. It's like Rasputin there with the beard
Yeah,
and everything,
yeah.
dunking this.
Oh
baby,
yeah,
like,
upside
flipping
down.
this
Yeah,
joke.
flipping them. I seen
Brah,
that.
brah, brah. Like it's just like what did this?
And the parents are over there like,
It's cool.
all right.
I remember
I would have
that.
been in there like, hey, no.
We're done.
What are we doing?
Look, this is enough. We gotta get out of here. Like, dude, no.
I'm thinking about going to church on Saturdays now.
What was your baptism?
I was
Were you
I was
full
Catholic,
immersed?
so
Oh, so
once
you
when
just
I was
had
an
the-
infant, and then
you had the sprinkle.
as a Baptist, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. They might have dumped my head in it. I don't know.
No, mine was a sprinkle. Even as an adult.
My thing is, it's like they don't have like a solid body of water. Like back in the day, they used to like do it in random rivers and stuff like
They
that.
did it in a lake, dude.
Yeah, like why would I want to do that?
I don't know.
I never had any of these experiences. Clearly.
You're lucky.
Wanna? It's just
No,
called
I'm good.
drowning.
I'm good. I'm good. I think I'm
Drowning
good where
and
I'm
then
at
finding
now.
the Lord.
It's
and then
church.
afterwards.
It's church sanctioned drowning, is what it is. Yeah.
So it's okay.
yeah.
guess.
You wear all white, so you know you feel pure.
If you
Right.
die when you're doing it, you know who you're going.
Right. I'm good. I think I'm good. I think I'm good on that.
Peter-
You know
like,
it's true,
actually,
man.
you
You
needed
know
a
it's true.
minute.
You wear all white to feel pure after you get out the water.
You know you needed a minute, right? You lasted.
It's like the
30
first wet
seconds.
T-shirt contest was baptism.
Like, oh brother, where art thou?
Yeah.
You turned me into a frog.
The disciples are all
Total
standing
fraud.
on the side of the river going, all right, here comes a big one.
Oh yeah, facts. They on there with the binoculars. Like, oh yeah.
If I was going fishing and someone was like baptizing on the other side, I'd be like, you're scaring them away. Like, they're gone.
You know what? I think on that, let's take a break. We'll come back and we'll repent for our sins.
Correct.
All right. This is the All About Nothing podcast.
Hey, this is Bex, or Not Quite a Wallflower on Instagram and TikTok, saying hi to you from Scotland. And you're listening to Barrett, Zach and Trent on the All About Nothing podcast.
All right. Welcome back to the All About Nothing podcast. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. Welcome back. Sheanah is with us from Who You Calling Holistic.
Who you calling holistic?
Ooh, you call
I did it. I thought I did it
You
pretty good
call it
that time.
holistic.
You did, but I do it better.
That's a fact.
Okay.
That is a fact.
Yeah.
But because we're having this crossover sitch, I was like, I need to take over a little bit so you guys can
Yeah.
join my world.
Yeah. We want to. Yeah.
But
you
some of you,
I didn't want Barrett to like get me in my sad mood talking about the wrong stuff. It feels so sad.
It makes you sad.
Fuck. Well, some topics get sad, man. You know, it's been some mass shootings
Not on
lately.
my show.
Yeah.
Oh, see, news things.
Yeah, news things. You know what I mean?
want Trent to do better.
He's like, I don't know where I was going with this. But he's like, you know what they say? Once on Thursday, twice on Friday, right?
Shut the fuck up. What are you saying? All right. Proceed.
But
Every dog was born during the day. Guys,
That's the first part shit. All right? Don't bring the first part shit in.
So Sheanah, I don't know how you're going to wrangle these other two.
I'll
but
do my best.
I'm paying attention.
Oh, you're
I'll
right.
do my best. However, I've been told I could lead a cult, so I think this should be easy. But yeah, you guys are in my world, and I know we even discussed being like uncomfortable on camera a little bit.
Correct.
It's a thing. And I was telling Neek when I came in here to record another time, like I got on camera and I was like,
Yeah.
like, and then I was like, what is wrong with you? Like, what are these expectations? What are these like thoughts that you're having? You know, you're in a safe body. You're like, you look good. You're healthy. Like, I had to remind myself of these little things that we forget about.
3 out of the 4 of us look good.
We
Correct.
all look good and we're all healthy. Like, we're doing our best. If anything, we're all doing our best. So, and I think whenever I tell people like doing shrooms and stuff, it helps me love myself more. Like we all have these flaws. We're all flawed beings, but it's part of the human experience. And it's like, it's okay.
Correct.
yeah.
okay.
All your imperfections you feel, someone else is feeling the same one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we're all just mirrors of each other. So,
For sure.
But I have an icebreaker for you all before we get all the way started with the fun.
Okay.
I mean, we've already gotten started with the fun, let's be honest. I'll start with you, Barrett, who I always say has radio voice.
Thanks.
So, because you guys haven't been on my show before. I've been on your show a couple times now.
Correct.
But this is a first.
TheAllAboutNothing.com.
Yes.
I mean, I got open invites all the time, so, you know.
Yes. And like, before we get into the icebreaker, obviously, but you guys talk about, I know when we were discussing content, I was like, I don't want to talk about politics like that. Because I'm the rebel. I'm the fuck the patriarchy person. And I know you guys have like a splash of that, but mine is like,
It's a bigger splash than that, than usual.
yeah, mine's the way other end of that. Way other end. But Barrett, if you could have a personal holistic guru who happens to be a celebrity, who would it be and why?
Oh, goodness. I think a personal holistic guru.
Chris Robinson.
Oh,
You can't give them it.
hold on. Well, so I guess I can it be someone that I think would potentially make a good holistic guru?
I think that's the question, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Your own personal.
Yeah,
your own personal.
yeah. They don't even have to be a real
There has to
person,
be a
but
celebrity.
you just think they are.
He's like Halle Berry.
Like
No,
Matthew
I was saying-
McConaughey, he doesn't wear deodorant. You know,
Dan-
he's great.
I'm gonna say
He probably
Danny.
eats well.
I'm gonna say Danny DeVito.
Ooh.
I think Danny DeVito
God.
would be a
What unique wisdom do you think he would share?
well. Danny DeVito seems like the type that's just he's. So I've seen you see him as an actor and he's very funny and he's very quick, but I've seen him in interviews. I've seen him with his daughter because his daughter is actor, and he and Rhea Perlman. I don't know. I think that he'd be very comforting if necessary, but I think I'd feel like I was being entertained. I guess maybe.
Okay.
But you got to get off the drugs right now.
Danny DeVito, I think would be fun. I want to claim Danny DeVito.
Okay.
He would definitely bring a rum ham.
Yes, he would. Yes, he would.
What about you, Zach?
Oh, if I'm picking one, it would be somebody that I already think is in that realm a little bit. Seth Rogen.
I don't think he's all the way in that realm, though. He's just doing his own thing.
Oh, dude, I read his book. Okay.
Oh, okay. My bad.
He's all about mushrooms, all that stuff. It just like if someone's gonna be the guru, he'd be like, "Yeah, Zach, just sit down and let's have fun." Like,
Could you imagine the two of them in a room together? Just
Oh my gosh.
Zach doing an impression of
he's like,
Seth
"Can I
Rogen?
leave now? He's really weird." Seth, come back.
This is getting, yeah, that would be weird.
He practices a lot.
In the mirror?
No.
Okay.
Just driving the car, like, fucker, cut me off.
What do you think he'll tell you though? What do you think Seth will tell you?
I think he would bring the naturally funny out of me, chilling out, just being naturally funny.
Oh, so you think it's in there already?
Yeah.
It's just not out of you.
I think too much, too cerebral sometimes. So just let the intelligence fall by the wayside when it's appropriate, and let loose and be naturally a lot of things, but funny.
Before Trent says his, I want to preface, Trent, you want someone that's going to make you feel safe. So if you say somebody like R. Kelly, I feel like that's not safe.
It does bring up
You don't know what R. Kelly brings to the table.
I'm
all
glad there
right?
was a disclaimer. Well, I think we
whatever
all
he's
know.
on, he
I
don't
think
care
we
about
all know. I think we all know what he brings to the table.
But all seriousness, it'll be Russell Simmons.
That's fair.
So if you don't know who Russell Simmons is,
He technically has a case too.
who is Russell Simmons?
Russell Simmons, he was one of the founding fathers of, I think, Fat Farm, if I'm not mistaken.
Or FUBU.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know who Russell Simmons is.
And he also he had some help in with Run DMC, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah.
back in the day. So I think he's kind of like on his, like, I just seen him, like, for some reason, yoga guy was like, had him like turned upside down, and he was like upside down, and he was
And
like,
that's goals for you?
I mean, I feel like he's like super limber.
Stepping out of his
comfort zone. And I feel like that's what he would teach me to step out of my comfort
And
zone.
he would help you rock a dope ass tracksuit.
Trent, I feel
Correct.
like I warned you before you said your answer.
I mean, look, man, Russell Simmons.
He wants to be flipped over, is
Yeah.
what he
He
said.
can flip you over.
Well, not really that,
Someone
but
to
I'm
put me
just
on my
saying,
belly.
like, to be out my element. I just feel like for so long I've probably been boxed up that I feel like somebody like Russell Simmons might help me out with that.
A guy that I used to work with had wanted to go on a camping trip and do shrooms, and he always talked about it, but he always said that he wanted to make sure that he was my guide through what does that entail, because we never did it because he turned out really odd.
Trip sitting. That's what I do, trip sitting. And it's basically providing a safe space for the client or the person that's having this experience. Sometimes it's like just talking to them through the emotions that they're experiencing, or maybe it's a flashback of trauma, but sometimes it's good things. Sometimes they just have extreme laughter and you're just there laughing with them. And those, because the thing with like macro dosing is there's like all of the emotions are felt.
Okay.
And versus like taking, some of these antidepressants, I think they just numb the emotions or they push them to the side. And alcohol does the same thing. It just kind of numbs it or puts it under the rug a little bit.
Correct.
But mushrooms make you feel all of them and like make it feel okay to feel all of them.
Well, and alcohol will, like, it'll harness things like anger if you're angry, or the worst ones you can feel, like anger or depression. It'll bring those out, and you'll get people who get on it and just become sad, bitter, and lash out.
But it's
like
usually
that.
lonely drunks, though.
That's true. You get people on alcohol who are having a good time, but I think even like people who chronically drink still are trying to hide something, and it's just
Absolutely.
gonna numb that one thing.
Well, in Chinese medicine, a lot of times alcohol is associated with the liver, and that houses the anger, that houses the rage. Even like people getting red in the face, that's that anger, that's that upset liver. And alcohol just, keeps adding to that. And I think, when we think about what's legal and what's not, alcohol is legal and encouraged and celebratory and all of this stuff.
Correct.
And it encourages anger.
And that's all dogma if you think about it. It's just dogmatic. That's the way it's been. We tried taking it away one time. People really liked it, got mad about it.
Correct.
Well, the new stuff? No, we don't want new stuff.
Right.
Don't do that.
Don't bring in the shrooms.
Yeah, we don't want
Don't
the things
no
that are
weed, no nothing.
not addictive.
Well, matter of fact, we'll make it so hard to test it to even tell us if it's bad for you or not.
But could you imagine if, because, I don't do politics like that on my show, but could you imagine if politicians macrodosed?
You don't think that we have politicians that aren't? Oh, I understand what you're saying. Yeah,
Shrooms. They're doing I feel like they're doing the other things, but imagine if they
Definitely a lot of
macrodosed.
cocaine.
Who is
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Right.
Barrett has
Lot
a
of
clip. Barrett
cocaine.
had a clip, but there was a guy who was
Texas?
It was in Texas.
Texas
The
Speaker
guy's
of the House.
straight drunk, and he's
Yeah.
up there. He's like,
And he's working?
Getting paid by our tax dollars.
See,
like the dude is just sloshed, and he's up there, and you're going like, is he having a stroke? Oh no, he's hammered.
But everybody thought Joe Cunningham was cool for drinking on the
He
house
brought
floor.
a beer.
He drunk one.
Well, they kicked him out.
Correct.
Yeah.
oh my gosh.
Yeah.
See, just
That's
ridiculousness.
anarchy, though. Come on now, rebel, bitch. Duty.
He should have lit a
Can't have
blunt.
that.
If he would have lit a blunt, it would have been different. Like, what is
Yeah,
this?
like what's his name in New Orleans?
Oh, yeah.
I can't remember his name.
They
That
wouldn't have known what it was. Someone kill a skunk on the way here? Good. Yeah.
they know what it is.
Yeah, they
They
definitely
definitely
know.
know what it is. But cocaine doesn't have a smell.
Nope.
Just a little white residue. Got something here, sir.
That's why they say keep your nose clean. Remember that saying?
That was snuff.
What?
Snuff.
What's snuff?
What's snuff?
It's tobacco that you was snuff.
Oh, what? I thought people
They used
just
to
chewed
snort.
it.
Yeah. What?
People still do this, y'all. Yeah.
They shove it in their nose.
Snuff. yeah.
Shove tobacco
I
up their
almost know what
nose?
color
It's like
people,
a
and I was
grainy. It's
no.
like a grainy kind of tobacco that's been dried out. Yeah, and they go. Dude, you watch for instance, watch a Civil War movie. You'll see like an old white dude be like.
So
But you
all
said
the
a Civil War movie, but then you said they still do it.
yeah,
They
like
still
which
do it
one
now.
is?
You can buy
I haven't
it.
seen it in a movie now.
No, it's a specific movie. It was a Civil War. It was a movie about Civil War reenactment.
Are these like hillbillies that's doing it? Like still doing to this day?
I've known for a fact somebody had a grandmother who did it. It's just old. It's old school, but people still do it. You can buy snuff.
I
It's
feel
worth a
like my
Google.
nostril or like the inside
Yeah,
of my
like,
nose is
what?
probably one of the most sensitive.
Like tobacco
places.
up my nose?
Dude, like apparently it like hits your sinuses and it goes right to your head. Like
I could see. Well, I mean, I guess.
So it's like smoking
I don't
like
want that
10
experience.
cigarettes all at once?
yeah,
It's like,
except for it
cigarette.
stays there till you like blow your nose out.
Oh gosh.
What?
Yeah, this. Sounds
Imagine
like
dipping a dip, but in your sinus.
I don't want that experience at all.
This could this definitely didn't hit the black side of things.
Guaranteed
At
it
one
was
point.
like-
I know
Hell
when,
no.
when he was saying it, I was like over here
Nah,
to Barrett.
nah,
I was
yeah,
like,
I know
other
black people that
Like,
dip now. Dipping, I know black people that dip, but hell no, not that.
So you believe that a black guy had that rebel flag on his car before he would do some snuff?
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. He probably
We all walking
wouldn't,
around
but
going
I've
like,
seen
what
him
the
dip. I've seen him dip. Definitely seen him
I'm
dip.
telling you, it's real. Yeah, like old people.
Yeah, we had a black guy that had a rebel flag on the top of his truck.
You had him on as a guest?
No, he was
Oh.
like, we went to school with him.
Got it.
Not
Okay.
my show.
He's like heritage, not hate. Like
Come
it's
on,
not
Barrett.
even good for heritage.
It's COE, Barrett. Content over everything. We got to have everybody on here. Come on now. We got to get them numbers up.
I would honor that.
When me and Barrett were talking about content stuff, I was like, you know what? Let me just throw some stuff in Chat GPT real quick to see like what, and it's kind of limited because currently it only goes to like 2021.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, let me know what we could talk about or something,
Yeah.
and it blended some of our conversations. But then I was like, I use Chat GPT for the icebreaker though, so like I still used it. Have
Well,
y'all been using AI stuff yet?
No, not yet.
They all sound like seventh graders' thesis statements at some point. Like they're well thought out. Sometimes there's a gem in there, but for most of it, it's just kind of run of the mill. That like it thought of it because you didn't put the thinking behind it.
I've actually.
But you can tweak them.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I've
You
actually
tweak the
recently,
words.
I've actually recently started using ChatGPT for responses to text messages that I don't want to have conversations in. So like somebody will send me a message, and I'm like, oh, let me see if ChatGPT will respond to this.
But what happens if if it's a, like money involved and you like miss out?
No, I'm not. No, it's
Barrett's like, did I
I'm literally
propose this
copying. I'm copying whatever that text message is.
How can I
Text
reply to
message.
this
How can I
nicer?
reply to this text
Oh,
message?
okay. I see what you're saying.
And then I copy that response into the iMessage, and then that's
Yeah,
what I send.
your responses to me have gotten nicer over the week. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
a lot less racism.
Yeah. Bad. Not a lot of counting.
Yeah, today I text Barrett and I said, I think I got an opening skit for the show. And he's like, that sounds great. I really value your input.
You're a great part of the show.
If it sounds like I'm glowing, it came from ChatGPT.
No, I put it in there before, and it was like, give me a rundown of alcohol deaths versus mushrooms and psilocybin.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and add wit and humor to the delivery. And it was like, I'll tell you what happened. And I was like, oh, okay,
The
this
drunks
is fun.
died and the psychedelics
suddenly
fly.
See, everybody that
Suddenly
says
became a
that
Seinfeld
Chat
joke. It was
GPT,
like, have you ever noticed?
everybody that says
Exactly.
that GPT can't make movie scripts, like they're
Yeah.
crazy. Like,
No,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
doing it.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can definitely make a movie script with that. Easily.
I think it's all moving so fast, like we don't even know how
It would-
fast it's moving.
It would have a movie script would have the substance of a Michael Bay film, though.
I love Transformer movies.
Trigger explosion number 10.
I love Transformer movies.
Well, that speaks
Are
volumes.
you going to see the new one?
No.
A 5.
You're not going to see the new
When
one?
it's on TNT,
They got
and I
animals
can't
turning
help
into
but
the
walk by, I don't.
to the Transformers
That's
now.
like keeping up with the Fast and Furious movies. I haven't done that
It's
either.
10 now, so
Yeah, I've heard they're ridiculous.
yeah.
They're not
It
believable.
started off with just a race, and now you got planes,
Weren't you guys
cars taking down
stealing
cars.
TVs in the first
They're in
movie?
space,
And
right?
VCRs and shit?
Right.
Like, what are we...
They've upgraded.
How do y'all work for the United States Army?
You're taking on global terrorism now?
I was going to say, they work for the CIA now, don't they?
And
Somebody
You ditched the Civics quickly.
forgot where you came from.
You got an R34 Skyline. All right, boss.
Yeah, no, I have found that ChatGPT does come in handy for responding to text messages from people, because I benefit from the fact that I didn't have to put any thought into it, but it sounded like I did.
Well, the last job I had, if ChatGPT was around, I probably would have got a little farther.
How
I
do
think
get
about
out of
that
this
with
pickle?
college.
Yeah.
Like, because you can even ask it for references.
Correct. Because I had to like email like trucking companies, and I'm like, I sound dumb as fuck. Hey, sir, give me some loads. Like,
Why were those the words you chose?
Clip that. Clip that.
what's you get it? Truckloads, man. Truckloads.
No, I followed, but imagine if it were me leading with that conversation.
I mean, you probably should have.
Well, clearly.
Did you say truck before that? No, I don't think you did. Hey, sir,
Give me some loads. Load me up like a laundry machine, sir. Oh my god.
Well, I guess y'all see why I didn't get
I'm
about
sorry.
a business. You know
Was
what I
that
mean?
in your email? That's not a lot of business.
Oh yeah.
Or a lot of the wrong business.
Oh, that was my header.
Also,
Give me some loads.
Started off with that. Got straight to the point.
Dude, the damn spam filter got you. He
I
took those
can't-
emails out before spam filter got you, bro.
I can't believe you didn't go further in a trucking company with questions like that.
You got loads?
Well, a lot of these loads are being ran by women lately. There, let me tell you.
Okay.
God damn.
COE, man.
fun.
Content over everything. Everything
Content over
works.
everything.
Trent
Come on,
took a
man.
hit on that one. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, but our views are going to go up, so it's worth it. You know what I'm saying? Clip it up.
Thank you, TikTok.
Give me your loads, sir.
I'm glad it was him saying it, though, and not me.
Yeah, 100%.
Honestly.
Whatever, man.
Look, same boat. I'm glad Trent said it, and not me.
Yeah.
Hey, give me your loads, sir. I've got all the other guys' loads.
As you can see, I'm really good with other loads.
You want these guys to have all the fun, or you want to get in on this?
Sir, clearly there's been no one else who has ever taken more of your load than Trent. So,
I'm like a freight line.
So, as you can see, for those who allegedly may or may not have shroomed,
Correct. Who knows?
why they're great for community building.
Correct.
well, you find out who in this room is going to take all the loads.
Load jokes still funny.
Low jokes aside.
Yeah, it clearly loosens you up a little bit.
Yeah, man. Probably should do
Take
this
all those loads. All right, we're done.
maybe before every episode.
That's going to get expensive.
Sheanah, we'll be in touch.
That's going to get expensive. More
Those
memberships,
before the
please.
episodes.
Trent's late. He's got loads.
Taking them.
That's enough, guys.
Taking a
Okay,
lot of
calm down. Calm down. Calm down.
Trent, there's fucking t-shirts already printed.
As long as I get 10%.
10%, that's easy.
I fucking love 90.
Yeah, it clearly, at least one of us feels a little bit looser.
Yeah, man.
At least one of us.
There's
I mean, you're not even sitting cross anymore. You feel real loose right now. You just don't give a damn right now.
you think it's me?
No, I'm just saying your legs were crossed before.
Well, yeah, but honestly, it's because I was trying to hide, the rest.
But
of
now
it.
you don't give a
Hide
fuck.
himself.
I have.
See,
I
now
have
what she just said, now your self-confidence in
Stage
yourself
one,
is,
accept.
maybe this is what you needed.
Stage one.
You know the guy that wrote the alcohol. What's the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, Alcoholics Anonymous.
Yes.
Yeah, he was. He did.
Shrooms.
Yeah, shrooms and
He had a psychedelic experience.
To get off?
he did
Alcohol?
But his big one was he did acid, and he was like, I fucking figured it out. Acid, not alcohol. AA
Got a
is
breakthrough.
too.
But yeah, the AA rules or laws or whatever it's called. He had a psychedelic experience and helped create those with that.
Wow.
He did. He did.
Now people
They
go
don't
to,
tell you that in AA.
No, they don't.
They won't
Why
tell
would
you
they?
that.
I've been to a couple AA meetings that they don't tell you that.
They're like, have you tried shrooms lately?
They're like, God. And I'm like, where did this come in?
See?
From
see?
shrooms.
Chick-fil-A got me again.
You're a weak fuck. God is strong. You can't do it. He'll carry your loads like Trent. You ever met that guy?
It's carrying loads for days.
He told us we were done.
It was right there, though. Had to help out. You know what I'm saying? I had to slam dunk it.
Sorry, there's a lot of load jokes you're going to
I
have to cut
see.
around.
No, it's okay.
Sorry,
It's
sorry.
all right.
Oh, leave it in, please.
Whoa.
Speaking of inhibitions,
Leave it.
you know, I am told that I help awaken people's sacral chakra energy.
Mm.
And everybody's talking about loads and leaving it in.
I'm sorry, but he walked right into that one.
Whatever, man. Whatever.
Yeah,
COE, man.
You
You,
just put that fastball
COE,
belt
man.
high right down the middle of the
got to
plate.
get it, man.
You don't feel like you were responsible for that at all?
He's just taking loads, all right?
That's all I was doing.
But was that really in your email?
It was kind of other things in my email, but no, that wasn't all in the email.
The takeaway is the emails weren't.
It was
great.
just short. They weren't good. That's what it was supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
ChatGPT would have come in handy for a for some communication to the.
Correct.
Yeah, when the spam filter stops your emails, you're off to an off start.
Yeah, I guess. I should have tried to email it myself, huh?
You mean as far as like the spam filters?
You would see it and be like, well, hell yeah.
You mean as far as the spam filters blocking the emails sending out? Because
Correct.
normally spam filters work in.
But you can send stuff to
Clippy
you.
kept bothering him. Do you want?
Are you sure you want to
You never
send it?
emailed yourself?
Do you want help with this?
Yeah, no. I'm just
Oh,
saying.
okay,
I'm just
okay.
sayan that
The spam filter stops you instead of.
You're like,
Yeah, the
come on,
spam
man, it's
filter
me.
Clippy's gonna pop up. Write an email.
You're gonna have to hit send 3 times on this.
Are
one.
you
The
sure?
paperclip.
Yeah, you
Our
use-
original AI.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Damn.
I see you're writing an email. You got load in there a lot. Do you want some help?
This email seems to be going to somebody who seems to be a very professional manner, and not the type of profession you seem to be intending.
Makes
Oh
sense.
my god.
So I'm here for it.
Yes.
Not the loads. I'm here for
Oh,
it.
about to say,
I'm here for the
Gotta be
assistance.
careful. Gotta be careful.
With communication.
I'm here for it. Not the loads.
Not the loads.
I do want to. This is going back to last week's concert.
Okay.
Trent, I need you to describe the shorts you were wearing because you're not wearing those today.
Yeah,
Oh, they were sponsored by breast milk. This is not an ad, but
they
can
were
be.
goat boy shorts.
And they're the best shorts ever.
They were goat boy shirts.
They're black and they like feel fuzzy.
They looked fuzzy.
Correct.
They were
I've
fine.
seen you wear them before.
They're locally made here in Columbia.
And are they?
Yeah.
Well, and now in my head, I'm fixating on what that would feel like.
Shout out to Two Turn.
Yeah,
$15.
No, Barrett was talking about he wants some.
Oh, you want some?
I'm considering it.
Okay. Let's see if
They
we can
look
get you
very
right.
comfortable.
If they're not called the pans or something, then like what do you call
It's just got breast milk over it, feeding the culture.
Yeah, but I'm talking the line of shorts should be called the pans because you like Pan, the half goat guy from Greek mythology.
Oh,
Danny DeVito and Hercules.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
playing the flute.
I've never seen. I still need to see it.
What, Hercules?
Yeah.
Best Disney movie of all time.
That everybody says that about.
That's
a
where
Disney
everybody got the
movie.
what are those from.
Oh,
It came from that.
today years old.
What are
That movie. What are those?
we need a hero?
Because you had the Hercules sandals.
He had the pumps.
Yeah.
pumps
What the
going-
fuck? Where'd you get those from?
What are those?
My kids went to see the Little Mermaid today.
How was that?
They said it was really good. Lin-Manuel kills it with the lyrics again. Like,
I just thought the CGI looked shitty. I don't care who you're casting in it. I was like, I can't buy the person swimming underwater. Like cartoon, fake enough. I'm like, all of it.
Did you see the new Avatar?
Yeah,
It's all in the water.
well,
yeah, but
there's a lot of it underwater.
at least it looked real. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big mermaid fan. I just every
I
time.
mean, I
see
guess the
somebody-
Avatar didn't have like singing animals. How do you get past that? This isn't real enough. Why are the animals not singing?
People underwater, fine. Yeah, they had to hold their breath. They weren't breathing.
Correct. You're right.
So in the little, because I haven't seen it, in the Little Mermaid,
I haven't seen it
were
either.
they? I assume I have to go.
You're asking some people that have not seen the movie.
None of us have seen it.
Yeah, I'd have to.
I saw the original.
Call your daughters up. Actually,
I don't know if they're gonna be up for that conversation.
How was it? Remember
How
the
was the
1969
CGI?
classic?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did it
Tell me
hold
what
us
you
up?
thought about the graphics. I mean, these are two kids that play Five Nights at Freddy all the time. Five Nights at Freddy's. That's what it's called.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. Oh, Just wait. You got about 2 more years. Your kid's gonna be addicted to it too.
I'll be like, you're not playing Five Nights at Freddy's.
Or
we're going to Chuck E. Cheese and I'm cutting
What
the
the
lights
fuck
off.
is Five Nights at
I
Freddy's?
don't have
don't
children
know?
yet.
I mean, I'm
It's
not
not
white.
it's not a children's game.
It's not
not
a
a children's game.
Okay.
You are hired as like a security guy for the night shift at like the closing time of like a
This is a game, like gaming
yeah,
system.
like a Chuck E.
Oh.
and the animatronics try to kill you the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't understand why my kids play it,
anxiety inducing.
Yeah,
but
you
they
would
love
think.
it. And
Oh my
there's a
gosh.
movie coming out this year that's based on Five Nights at Freddy the video game, and like they want to see it, and I'm like, I think that's a terrible
It's
idea.
gonna be rated R, but you gonna take them?
Oh,
No, you can
no.
always take a kid in there if they're rated R.
I'm not.
Okay.
No.
I think Seth Green's in it, right?
That makes it terrifying.
Yeah. What are you doing, animatronics? I don't know. Seth Green doesn't really have a.
But I say, dude. But I say that sounds like you. It's just not. It didn't really sound like anybody. And you like you tried it.
Seth Green's been doing an
Scotty.
impression of Zach this whole time.
The whole time.
You've been stealing somebody's.
I break out and I just talk like, guys, this is what I really talk like. I've been putting on a voice the entire time. You guys make
They
fun
said
of
that
me.
about Michael Jackson.
Facts. He had a deep voice.
Really?
Oh, really?
Correct.
I heard that Stevie Wonder can see.
I heard that too. Shaq said that.
Yeah.
Shaq, and I think he was playing, but I think he was for real at the same time too.
Anthony,
Because he got on the elevator when he was like, "What's up, Shaq?" He's like,
No.
fuck?
Yeah, I saw that. What? No, he said that wasn't what he said to him. He said, "What's up?" He said something about like, "What's up, Diesel?"
"Oh yeah, Diesel." Yeah, like what? How do you know?
Well,
You
and then
can't just feel me.
Paul
in a
McCartney
room.
it wasn't Paul McCartney. It was somebody else. Somebody else said the same thing though. They were like they said like he Stevie Wonder walked right up to him, like walked right up to him and said, "Hey, so and so, take me to the microphone." He was like, "You walked." Oh, it was Anthony Anderson.
Mhm, Anthony Anderson.
Anthony Anderson was like, "It's like, bro, you just walked up to me. Why didn't you just walk over to the mic?"
Yeah.
Elton John said that he let Stevie Wonder jump on his not jet ski but snowmobile, and then he rode that thing all the way down to the mountain.
Oh wait, where? All the way where?
Bro, all the way
Where
down
did he
the-
ride it?
all the
Doesn't
way
seem
down the
safe
hill.
at all.
No, like what? What is he out there with a stick? Like, there's a tree.
No.
There's a tree. There's a tree.
But Elton John was like, he's like, I figure if he crashed, that's just one less person to be competition.
Yeah.
Oh my god. My god.
Optimism.
Yeah.
Damn. And Stevie's still living.
Well, so is Elton John. You know, Elton John lives in Atlanta.
Oh, R.I.P. I
believe
don't
that.
think we said R.I.P. to Tina Turner too.
We did this weekend.
Okay, but I didn't get to say it, sir.
No.
You know, from the black
What
community.
song did because I couldn't.
It was
remember.
What's Love Got to Do with
What's Love got to do with that? That's right.
it. The most important
That's
Tina
it.
Turner song
Who sang
ever.
Incubus or Coheed?
It was Incubus. No,
it was
Coheed.
Coheed. Incubus for some reason did a Beatles Aerosmith.
Yeah, it was kind of disrespectful.
It was a cover of a cover.
Yeah, but it's kind of disrespectful. You should have did Tina cover if you was gonna do that.
I agree.
Yeah.
That would have been good.
Again, Coheed's a better band, so what do you
It makes sense why you like them. But they don't have the better merch though. Let's say that.
What?
You don't.
The shirt I got was
you
better
said
than, I got the same Incubus one you got.
But you said for sure that my shirt was harder. You said that.
I know I said it was good. The
No,
one I
you
got
said
was
I
better.
wanted that shirt.
You said you wanted
Y'all
my
compete
shirt.
about shirts.
Yeah,
This is a
correct.
thing.
Correct.
My shirt is the multicolored one with the guitar.
We're competing over $45 shirts. Yeah, these are balling.
Well, no, we're just suckers.
No, I'm like Denzel. I had to leave with something to prove that I was there.
I'm like Denzel too. Get your motherfucking hands off me.
Wasn't the experience?
Nah, I couldn't take that with me. I needed a shirt.
Oh, Zach still owes me $40.
Yeah.
I do. Damn it.
Go ahead,
I
cash
got
out that
I'm bringing
man.
cash. Yeah, I
No,
could do
cash out that
App.
man. What
I
are
don't
you
have
doing?
cash app.
Oh, because you were playing dad.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
He money to buy a t-shirt.
bring enough money. Can you help me? God damn it. This is your allowance.
Do you want a beer?
You're washing my car. God.
That'd be $55.
Well, Sheanah, did you have anything else that you want? No.
She just wanted to see what we was gonna do, man, and we
Well,
did
do
it.
you want to? Do you want to in the show for your show?
Of course, absolutely. You know, I always tell people to meditate and hydrate. Y'all aren't meditating or hydrating, are you? You are hydrating.
I'm not gonna say I meditate, but I do small prayers in the morning.
Okay, that's acceptable. No.
I do that too.
Every morning.
More of those.
I'm surprised.
I don't know that it classifies as meditation, but you know, I do tend to try and at least project my day ahead.
Set an intention.
Yeah. I don't always write it down, and sometimes I don't ever write it down. But I do try to at least think about the direction that I want the day to go in, and then if I've set that path, and it's easier to confine yourself to the path.
But is it a little easier when you work from home to be able to direct where you want to go? You don't got
You'd be
too much
surprised.
farther to go.
Mentally, it can.
Yeah,
it can,
mentally, you'd
Oh,
be
okay.
surprised.
That's like people always say, like, well, you work in an office. I'm like, dude, that is fucking like manual labor is one thing, but you just turn your
Correct.
brain off and strain and suck all day.
You're right.
You got, when you do
And get horrible emails.
oh my god,
Oh,
Send horrible emails.
crawling
Yeah,
up your
facts.
ass and stuff, dude. It's that I've never had such a nerve-wracking job all the time, dealing with people all the time.
you wish you can go back to the regular force?
No,
Okay. That's like, I love the AC.
I do. This light is killing me.
Well, Sheanah, thanks for being on our show.
Thank you, Sheanah.
We appreciate you inviting on yours. As always, thanks everybody. This was episode number 158 of the All About Nothing podcast. Thanks, Zach King. Thanks to Trent Clark. And again, thank you, Sheanah, for being
We got to come actually do your show, though. Like a whole show.
She's going to put this on hers.
I know, but I'm saying like a full episode all on her.
That works. Links to all of our past episodes, podcast platforms, merchandise, and social media are available on our webpage, theallaboutnothing.com. If you think our financial model of giving away free content and entertainment is silly and you're in the giving mood, why not become an official Nothinger and support the show? Visit theallaboutnothing.com and click on the support link near the top of the page. You can subscribe. You can subscribe, not prescribe. This is a prescription of
I prescribe you a daily dose of
insanity.
this.
You can subscribe monthly at varying levels of membership tiers and click on the tips link if you just want to give a one-time donation.
Or you can do the highest tier if you're cool.
That's very cool. If you'd like to join in the conversation, you can also join our Discord channel. Click on the banner at the top of the webpage. Please subscribe to the show. Links, like and follow the Facebook and Twitter, and share us with your family, especially the red ones. Also with your friends. So
Red-headed ones or red ones?
the red family.
Okay.
You know what?
We know.
Yeah. Thank you everybody for listening. You all stay safe and
Have a week. I'm going to the beach.
flex.
You ain't got to flex on everybody, man.
The All About Nothing podcast is produced and engineered by me, Bear Gruber, and recorded from the podcast studio at GOT Sound Studio in Lexington, South Carolina. GOT Sound Studio is owned and operated by Neek the Geek. Visit gotsoundstudio.com for details on studio rental, production, and engineering. Thanks to Cake for our intro music, Sick of You. You can follow everything Cake the band at cakemusic.com. Thanks to Muff the Producer for our outro music. You can follow Muff on Instagram at Muff the Producer. Thanks to Trent Clark, aka DJ Lonzo. Join him weekly at the venue in Columbia, South Carolina for the Saturday All-Star Drag Brunch and Sundays at the Review Drag Brunch. You can also contact Trent for all your entertainment needs. Trent at theallaboutnothing.com and on Instagram, TheRealDJLonzo. You can also phone him, 803-262-7982. Thanks to Zach King. You can follow him on Instagram at KingZach07 and on Twitter at CarolinaKing21. I am Barrett Gruber. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Barrett Gruber or visit my Linktree/Barrett Gruber. Want to support the show? Visit our page, theallaboutnothing.com, and become a member. There are several tiers available, including memberships that give you early access to episodes as well as exclusive content. Visit theallaboutnothing.com. To find links to our social media, merchandise, and past episodes, as well as other details, visit theallaboutnothing.com. If you'd like to be heard on the show, you can call and leave us a message. Dial 803-672-0533. If the time between these episodes is more than you can handle, check out our partner podcasts. Zach and I host What the Pod Was That with Carrie Simmons. Visit whatthepodwasthat.com for links and details. Ami takes a deep dive down the rabbit hole in episodes of Welcome to Wonderland. Available on all of your podcast platforms. As well, you should check out DJ Lonzo's Top 5. Available on all of the podcast listening platforms. Please subscribe and share the show. If you're on YouTube, please like and hit the notification bell. The All About Nothing podcast is a product of Bear Gruber Entertainment and Media. Thank you for listening.